I don't do sneaky links. What's up, guys? My name is Shadybaby. One of the ladies drive them crazy on a daily. I'm an artist, an event planner here in Winnipeg, and welcome to my episode of Culture Chat. So the events I throw aspect of it, I've been doing this for a long time, since like 2018. Me and my friends we just wanted to have fun, and like most of us were underage, like we're 17, so we couldn't go into the club. So we just started throwing house parties, and just everybody used to come through. Before you know it, we started charging people. We did it for free, and then we realized, people are trying to come through, so we started charging them. And then like most of my friends just didn't want to do it anymore. And then from those free house parties that we did, I had a lot of people adding me on Snap trying to find out when's the next party. And then one of my homies, he hit me up literally last year. He said, you know what, why don't you brand it? Because before it was just house parties here and there, like Atate's parties, Slime Weekend with Zeno, Mbappe and them. But so he said, you know what, how about you come up with your own brand and let's do this for real? Because he's gassing me up saying, yo, you have motion, everybody comes to your parties, whatever. I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. So opened the Instagram page, and then I branded it as Shady's Events, from Shadybaby. And yeah, that was when I realized, that's when I started doing it for real and taking it seriously with actual planning. And before it was just vibes. And then for the music aspect, I really don't know per se when I started taking it seriously, but I've always been able to sing, so it was just a matter of time when, my friends took me to the studio and said, I know this guy, he can sing, let's see what you got. And then, I started recording. But then, yeah, and then I took a little break, and now I'm coming right back. First event I ever hosted. It was smooth vibes and also chaos. It was smooth because it was lit, for the first 3 hours. It was great. Next thing you know, this was back in 2018. I was also 17 back then. It was around November, around this time actually. Me and a couple of my friends, we said, let's throw a house party. And then we just started adding people on. We just made a group chat, and then we started adding people on the group chat. People were just joining 2-3 weeks before the party, and that's how we promoted it, just people joining the group chat. Everybody came, it was lit. See a bunch of guys adding up girls on the group chat, trying to see, who they're trying to talk to at the party. And then the party was lit, everything was great. Next thing you know, I think these guys, they wanted to get in, and we didn't know them, and they looked like they were trouble, and we didn't let them come in. Next thing you know, they leave the party, come back, mace the place. They just threw a bunch of, I didn't even know what mace was. I'm straight from Nigeria, so I was so confused. Next thing you know, everybody's choking. I couldn't breathe. We ran upstairs, and then they started, someone told me that, oh, they maced the place. I'm like, mace? What does that even mean? What? But before that, the party was lit. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I'll say me, for sure. I haven't really been, pushing my music properly. I've just been doing it for fun. But, we're getting to the age where, everything you gotta do it well. If your name is on it, you gotta make sure you're pushing it. So, I'm starting to get there where I wanna take my stuff seriously. My boy Christian, he makes the best beats. Even at the club, I'm a pegger, and any events that we go to, the DJs play most of the songs, but nobody knows it's him because, he does on my piano kind of songs, so they all mostly sound the same, but it's hot, and he doesn't really, push himself as much as he should, but he's crazy talented, for sure. Nah, I don't think so. Like, I don't believe in, you know, if you grind so hard and what you do, you, like, even if it's not the main thing that you're supposed to be doing, if you grind hard enough, like, at the end of the day, you're gonna pop off. So I haven't really had anybody like that. Slimeoween. You know, I really like that name, you know, Slimeoween. I tell my friends that it came to me in a dream. They don't believe me, but you know, it really did. I was literally just dreaming, and I realized, you know, like, why don't we do a Halloween slime event? Because, you know, me and my friends, the same friends I was talking about earlier, we used to do this thing called Slime Weekend, or Slime Party, Slime House Party, you know. We would have, Slime Weekend would be a party, house party Friday and Saturday. The first started with Friday, and then we realized, you know, people are trying to come the next day, so we said, you know what, let's do the second day. So we started doing Slime Weekend for free. Didn't charge, free liquor, free food. We even used to organize rides for people to come there. That's how like free it was. And then, you know, as I said, my friends, they just stopped really, they didn't want to throw parties anymore. And we just had a bunch of people who are out here waiting for us to throw parties, right? So it's like, you know, I said, okay, took it upon myself. I said, okay, let's do an exclusive Halloween event. And then we called it Slimeoween. And then we got a big house, it's Henderson Mansion. You know, people pulled up. It was meant to be an exclusive event. We had a list. It was the first time ever we hired a DJ. Shout out DJ Shamar. First time we hired security. First time we had like everything structured. Before we were playing music with aux, like, and it was still lit. So we said, okay, let's do an exclusive Slimeoween event. We partnered with SVN, about 7 of them. Said, okay, cool, let's do this party. We threw it. It was lit. Probably one of the craziest house parties I've ever been to. Like, it was amazing. Like, I wish I could go back to that party, but that was the first one. And then, you know, people are asking me, when do we do a Slimeoween again? And then there was a talk of the city, and then we said, okay, cool, let's do it again. And then we did it again and again and again. So we just did the third one, I think the fourth one actually. Well, the third one, because the one 2 years ago got shut down by the cops, but yeah. And a lot of difficulties, especially when you're collabing with, you know, other entertainment industries. There's people want to do this and you want to do this. And you have to find a way to find a balance. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, it went great. We were meant to do it at Diablo this year, but we sold out like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the event, and then we didn't want it all packed, so we did it at the Manitoba Museum. I was scared because the capacity of that place is like 1,500. I didn't think I could pull 1,000 people to a club. The most I've ever done was 800, 700. So I was nervous, but you know, it was successful at the end of the day. I know for a fact that that's not what the question says. It says wickedness. Yeah. Anyways, Shadybaby. So back when I was in like elementary school, like I went to American Christian Academy in Ibadan, Nigeria, and basically I was a very big Eminem fan. Like, if you know Eminem, you know his alter ego is Slim Shady. So he has Eminem and he has Slim Shady. So, you know, back when we were growing up, you know, that's when like Instagram started coming up, you know, Snap. So it's like you're looking for a username. So all my usernames just had Shady in it. So Tate Shady, Snapchat, Tate Shady, Instagram, because I'm still a big Eminem fan. Maybe not as much as before, but he was like the person I listened to growing up, so, you know. And then I don't really know where the baby came from, but I know for sure that it was definitely the girls that just started adding, you know, baby to it. So, and then my cousins and my family started calling me Shadybaby. So, you know, I just said, you know what, why not just rock with it? Yeah. Definitely the crowd, because everybody host events these days, like, like not everyone, but like there's a bunch of people that do. So I always try to do something different every time, and just thinking and brainstorming about something that you could do different from somebody else, because this city is, this city is pretty small, so especially the African community, like everybody knows each other, so it's like if you do something now, somebody's calling me saying, oh, yeah, copying this person, you're doing this, I don't want to hear anything like that. So I just keep it very original, and like that is very draining, just thinking about ideas, promo ideas that you can use, because I've done a lot of events, so it's like all the ideas have been drained, but if you think harder, you can always find a new idea that nobody else has done. So definitely the event side of things. Music just comes to me naturally. When I go in the studio, once I have a beat that I can feel it, the music starts flowing. That's not as draining as the event part. My doubts? Everybody always has the main doubt of, what if people don't, mess with what I'm doing? Like, what if this is not what I'm supposed to do? What if I'm supposed to be doing something else? A lot of doubts, but I don't really think about doubts because I'm too busy thinking about what next, I don't really think about the doubts. I'm just so busy thinking about what can I do next. So really the doubts is really not a problem for me. First of all, I don't smoke weed. I do not smoke weed, so I don't do cocaine. I don't do drugs. I just drink, alcohol moderately. I don't do too much. I don't get blacked out. Don't turn out too. I just have fun. Honestly, anybody who's trying to be Shadybaby, I'll tell them not to be me. They should just try and find themselves, because at the end of the day, nobody can be a better you than you. Yeah, they definitely did. Like, I love the city because, if you can find everybody says connections, and you kind of take it for granted because, when you're out here being like on first name basis with like somebody like Roadman, a railway that, they run the big artists here in the city, you kind of take it for granted. But if I look back at it, most of the gigs I got, like, sometimes like Ray, he would always try to like make me like work for it because like he doesn't want to be biased. Like the Buju Benson concert, I wanted to open for him, and then obviously like because I'm friends with him, I wanted him to just give it to me. But he said nah, like he wants me to work for it. So we did a whole competition on Instagram, have to get like votes or whatever. And I ended up getting the slot. When Roadman brought Young John, he hit me up, put me on the stage. These are big artists that like, if not for these people, I wouldn't be, like, I don't think I would be opening for them. They gave me a platform to show my talent, and I would say it went well. So I love this. I love the intimate connection of the city where, it's easy, not easy, but it's not hard to make quality connections that can, take you places. 2035, I should have already been a big artist because, I took a little break for about, when was the last time I performed? Young John, like 3 years ago. And it's not like I have taken a break per se, like I've still been making music, I've been working on my sound, but, I haven't really been putting anything out there. So I want to let you know that I'm back, just having fun with it. Is dropping next year. I don't know exactly when yet, but we're already making videos and content for it. I dropped the snippet on Instagram 2 days ago. Good response, and yeah, hopefully by 2035, I would have popped off for sure, by God's grace. Thank you, Culture Chat, for having me. Remember the name, Shadybaby. We're about to turn the city upside down. Peace.